Hello everyone, and I am back after a bit of a hiatus because there was so much going on. I got, well, my roommate moved out. I now have the whole flat to the whole apartment to myself. There is a lot for me to do around that. I had to do a lot of bureaucracy and similar stuff, and yeah, I had to work all that out over the last few weeks, effectively. And yeah, I am back to making content, to making stuff, and this is what I have been up to. There will be a follow-up, which probably likely will be on the weekend as a live stream. So I definitely want to do a live stream next time. I hope it's on the weekend, but it might actually be next. I don't know. I hope it's on the weekend. Otherwise, it's after Christmas. But so much so far. I have made, as you can see in the corner, a set of tentacles, which are for the mimic as appendages, because I need those. There is a render at the very end, which kind of goes into the direction I want to go with the next thing, which is mostly not for YouTube, but some of the content I can make on YouTube, which I will. This is also a little bit about the technicalities of this, what you can do with it if you do like picture series and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go on about stuff like that. And this is, yeah, the live stream will just gonna be me working in DAS. There is a chance that I will actually have a video about making some of the details you see in that live stream, because there is still some models I want to make for this, and I don't know what I will do next and on what order I will do these, but yeah, I will show you basically most of the project list from the modeling. As to this, you can see I used the tube. The whole spiel about what I'm doing, what tools I'm using is basically the same as every time, so it's not really that worth talking about, in my opinion. There is a second part to this video, which is about the rigging, which I will go into more. Yeah. About this year, I actually, like, at the very beginning of the year, I had very challenging ideas. I had many things I wanted to do. I basically made none of that. So this is something I will take over for next year, to not make big plans, to not try and make too many, or to not plan around too many things, and just see what I get to next year. Because there's also 2 new D&D campaigns coming up that I want to run, or rather one that I want to run multiple times. I got the Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos book, and I have a lot of people who are interested in that specific campaign to play it, so I said I will run this next year. And this is also something that I will make some content about, because another new thing, when I took over the apartment, I also got myself a plotter, which is a big, like, for those who don't know, a plotter is a very big printer. Basically, I can print on a roll of paper that is 24 inches by very long, so I can print up to 24 inches in one dimension, which is the smaller dimension. And I already used that to print some maps for D&D. I finished my pirate campaign, which also took a lot of time in the last weeks to give this a proper and good finish. And I basically took that. I used the printer to, like, make the final maps for this. I made them in Dungeon Alchemist, and then I printed them on big paper, so they're actually big enough to use minis on. I will make content about that as well, so we will go back to the whole me making maps on Flowscape and on Dungeon Alchemist. That is some content I have missed that I wanted to do more, but I just didn't have the time to get into it. And now that I can print these maps, that I can use them offline on the table where I currently play and where I prefer to play, I will make this content. I will show this as well. So you will see me prepare Strixhaven basically with the monsters, with the maps, with all of that. And yeah, so much for the future. Or for the general future without making specific plans. I am currently in DAS, as you can see. We switched over to DAS. The rigging of the totally not adult-shaped tentacle, the first one at least. Let's call it appendage because reasons. Yeah, I basically the easy part of this is, or the boring part is, setting up the face groups and the bones, which is what would currently see me do. This is basically just a rinse and repeat. This takes a lot of time. Also, I just recorded one of the appendages. They're all the same. I made them all the same way. The other two, or the last one, has a few more movable parts at the very top, but that's about it. Yeah. The interesting part is the weight mapping, which I will just talk about a bit more. I basically just said, hey, weight mapping, I'm gonna fill by selected, I'm gonna fill by bone selection, and then fill selected by group, which just is the basic thing that I do, so that I can start with the fine-tuning. And you can see that I'm going over every part, every single bone. This one has, I think, 12 bones, and the other one have about the same, like 12 to 15, depending on what which appendages it is. But yeah, what I'm basically doing after I made the first thing is I went and used the weight mapping to smooth down the weight mapping. You can see that this looks way smoother basically, and the thing I have to do here is I'm basically bending the whole thing. You can see that this looks very weird. Like you see the different parts, you see the different bones basically, and by smoothing the whole weight mapping, you can see you can not differentiate the bones that good, basically because they blend over into the next node. The weight mapping blends over into the next node, and yeah, this is basically what I did with the whole thing. I smoothed down the weight mapping until I had a smooth curve that looks more natural, that looks more round and less like bendy shapes. This takes a lot of time, and luckily these do not have that many vertices, so this works kind of smooth. The more vertices, the more elements your model has, the more the more laggy this gets. Like even my PC, which I think is a relatively good PC, like it's not a high-end Disney rendering animation PC, but it's still a good one. Like on some of my models it takes a lot of strain and it takes a lot of time to work this smoothing and this weight mapping out in general, and thankfully this one worked quite well. Yeah, you can see how the weight mapping blends more and more into more than one node. Like they usually blend in the neighboring nodes, so that when you move something, it moves smoother. There's a lot of movement, and I need all this knowledge because I still at some point want to do my own human model. I still want to do the whole gaming thing, and this is something that I just need more experience for. So yeah, that's it. That's my rant for today. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the render at the end, and I will see you guys in the next time, or hopefully, yeah, I will see you guys next time and this month. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you guys around.